Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And welcome back to the show. We are joined here once again by our friend Billy Giannouloudis. Thank you so much for being here. I love the logo. How you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me back, and I'm excited to be here. It's been a great day so far, and we're just going to keep building on it.
Well, you are very inspirational. Clearly, that's what makes you part of being a good coach. You are a results coach, correct?
Oh, yeah,
and also
exactly.
motivational speaker. Please introduce yourself to our listeners and viewers today.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm Billy Giannouloudis from Billy G Life Coaching. I'm a results coach and a motivational speaker, and I've been helping people around the country and even Canada, for that matter, really create that life change in so many different ways, and I love every single second of it.
Great. And how can we reach out to you? What's your website?
Yeah, you can go to billyglifecoaching.com. You can set up a call with me. You can see everything I'm about and start the process.
Great. I know for today, we want to start off by talking a little bit about attachment, detachment, and the non-attachment concept. Would you mind elaborating on this?
Yeah, of course. That's something I've found pop up in so many different sessions with helping people with their mindsets, or even diving into the spirituality piece just as much from what people bring to me. We have so many, when we're going about our lives, we kind of lose track of everything going on. So many people are struggling with stress, anxiety, depression. We don't realize that we're attached to certain pieces in our life. If we don't have this in our life, we fall apart. If we don't have this in our life, we feel that stress and anxiety, and we get so fixated on these pieces. But it's when we can really step into non-attachment, which we find that peace in life. But the three of them, to kind of sum it up for you, you got attachment, where I can't live without this. Detachment is, I'm upset this happened to me. I'm taking my ball, I'm going home, and we end up missing out on life. And you have non-attachment, where if it comes, I let it. If it goes, I let it. And we can just go about life in that flow.
Yeah, but that's so easy for all of us. A lot of us kind of hold on to things sometimes, right? So those that are attached to things and feel so, what are some of the techniques? How can you get us unattached? Could you give us some advice?
Yeah, of course. The whole point of it is trying to help people find that center point, that flow in life, which we're meant to live in. We're meant to live in this peaceful center, but our attachments cloud us, or our detachments cloud us, for that matter. And everyone thinks detachment is the right way to find that peace again, where I'm not even gonna have to deal with it. I blocked that part of my life out. But when you really step into it, if you block a part of your life out, you're still missing out on life.
Yeah.
So how to step back into non-attachment is to try and find, can I live without this? And that's a question not too many people want to face, where it could be a relationship, it could be a family aspect, whatever it may be that you hold so close to you.
Yeah.
If you can get to a place where, hey, I'm okay if I can do without this, you still have it. But to find that peaceful centerpiece with it, be non-attached to it, where you can just enjoy your life in the moment, that's what brings a different piece that we can continue to go about our days with.
Perfect. Good to know. And you say using our minds the way that we're meant to. Explain that concept, because we all have minds, and mindset is, I know, important. So could you explain that one a
Of
little?
course, yeah. So in my seminars, I love to teach people how the mind is the universal tool. And we touched on that the last time I was with you guys. And the universal tool, if you think about it, can create anything, it can do anything, it can give you any answer. So if it is this tool, depending on what people's cultures are in the backgrounds, we were created in the image of a creator. So if we were meant to be creators, what's the greatest thing we were given? Their mind. So if we're learned how to use it and it's not a hindrance to us, I think we all walk a different path in life, where our mind can get filled with all these negative thoughts, all things that pull us down in life. Your mind, your greatest tool, the greatest gift you were ever given, is now a hindrance to you because you're not using it in the right direction. But if you can start to focus your mind and really start to activate your mind in a great way, you can achieve your results like no other. You start to live life on a whole new level, where joy, peace, love, everything that we search for in life starts to flow to you because you're walking it out in that positivity.
Right. And I know you're going to give us some ideas on how we can all kind of get these focus points. Can I ask you specifically for you, how you got here to this place as well?
Yeah, no, of course. And I probably got to this place after a whole lot of painful moments of not doing it correctly. I won't say there's a way to correctly do it, but experiences in my life continue to point me in the direction of learning the deeper aspects of the mind. Some people go through it through a faith aspect. Some people learn the law of attraction, the manifestation route, all these great things that are teaching you how to direct your mind. But when you step into it, I had to really learn, like, all right, I started in a faithful aspect where prayer was my go-to. And then prayer opened up with, wait a second, this is using the spirit. and the mind connects, and that's where meditation came into play. So with meditation, well, a lot of people love to do that now, and really you set your intention. So your intention for your meditation is, some people, they want to feel good today, or joy, or they're trying to manifest that relationship or that money or whatever it's centered to the specific person. You're saying your intention. Your attention in that meditation is then focused on it to bring that energy to you. So when I came to that point, I had to really understand, like, if I'm letting these
Yeah.
negative thoughts take over,
Yeah.
I can't shift my focus. So it all comes back from one thought at a time. I'd just say that to you.
So intention, attention, and also meditation.
Hmm. Right? Exactly. Yeah. So like you said, you're in your meditation or you're in your focus point. Some people it's driving, some people it's actually sitting down to do a meditation. Your intention is what you're trying to focus on.
Uh-huh.
As we're trying to focus or whatever, it's very tough for us to hold one thought. So every other thought running through our mind could distract us. But if your attention, all those other thoughts are focused on that one intention, you're filling it with so much positivity, so much power to manifest that and bring that into your experience.
Got it. Beautiful. And you say you have the privilege of working as a therapeutic mentor. You've helped inner city kids, families, also create new levels of success from a psychological standpoint. Hence is what you're doing now. So you say there's much greatness inside each and every one of us, just waiting to be released. And I know the mindset, the guidance, and the strategy really is important to you. So I'm glad you're here discussing all this today.
Yeah.
Also, now everybody, any other tips and advice how to get here and to do this? It's not easy. How do you work with your clients and to kind of move along this whole intention, attention, meditation field? How do we get there?
Of course. Yeah. That's the beauty of walking the line of a results coach and a motivational speaker. I love being in front of the audiences and helping people in a grander aspect, but to really hone in on a one-to-one basis with a client and help them and see their development, that's just pure joy for me. So if you think about that, that's more of an individualistic way where every single person is different. Every single client is bringing something different to me. Today I had a client where she is trying to create that positivity in her life. She's trying to really walk it out in her life. She's been through so many struggles and she doesn't want to continue that process. And I'm sure every one of us can relate to that. So for her, she's never really stepped into how to use your mind the right way. So we had to start at a foundational level. Foundational level for that was, all right, who do you see yourself as? The I am statements. The I am statement is probably the greatest statement we can ever do in our life, because what comes after that is the definition of yourself. She had never done that before. So we started out with just 10, right? Give me 10 I am statements to start to create that positivity. And a lot of us, when we get stumped because we think we don't look at ourselves in the high, great light that we should. If you have fun with it, if you imagine with it, where I am phenomenal, I am the greatest mom in the world, I am whatever it comes after that, have fun with it. Just saying it, change your vocabulary, increases your energy. You feel it in you. So for her, starting that point, it changed everything in a matter of a week for her. That was the beauty of one moment can change everything for your life. And then now just to see the goodness that's flowing to her life because she changed that inner work. That's the beauty of being a results coach. We bring results to people on a mindset level, but every person's individualistic, where one goal for you might be completely different to this person, but there are strategies about that we can all pull on to build that inner self and help us reach the goals we're trying to get to.
As you say, you believe in achieving results now, right? You want to shift your focus, physiology. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Of course. Yeah. So one of the areas I teach in my seminars is how we can truly achieve results now and make that change we're looking for. So anyone listening to this right now, think for yourself a goal that you're trying to achieve, a result that you want to achieve, whether that's a personal goal, whether that's overcoming your anxiety or living without it fully. Maybe that's changing up eating habits, whatever it may be for you. That's your focus point. We have our target set. But if our focus point is that, we need to be able to take action. So physiology, we need to get up and do something. A lot of people set their goal and then they'll sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing. Right. So
and nowadays with the social media, everyone's just
goodness. Yeah. Right.
And then you get that alert. And I was guilty a while ago, but you get that update, like screen time, what you've done all week. And it's like, wait, how could I have been on? This is disgusting. So glad it that popped up on my phone one time, but I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I have kids, I'm working. How could this is not good for me, for them, for anyone. It's distracting and wasting my valuable
there-
time. I'm sure you have some, I want to hear about that too after you talk about this,
yeah.
about what you think about
No,
that
it's
and being on the
perfect.
phone.
Yeah, that no, that completely goes in line with it because if you think about it, social, like you're right, social media has become so powerful in the world. We all give our time to it, but we all give our energy to it. So now that we get that notification, because I get it just as much, that I spent so much time on the screen, it gets me. It's, oh man, what did I do? We don't realize how much time we lose in the passerby. These little moments where it can be relaxation, but I had to take a step back and be like, all right, what am I actually? Is this helping me get to it? If this is a relaxing point, of course, I can go enjoy myself. I can go flip through it until the time's up or whatever it may be. But if I'm really trying to achieve these results, and my focus point is my goal of being, for me, being one of the greatest results coaches, speakers out there. So I want to truly help people. If I'm spending so much time and I'm really just sitting on the couch doing nothing, am I getting to that point? But if we get up, we change our physiology, we start to take action in a new way, even if that's you getting up and just, a lot of people with exercise, they don't do it as much. Even if that's a 30 seconds of, say, jumping jacks, that sends an energy surge through your body, which then sends it through your mind. You start to think different thoughts. You start to think differently. Your energy rises to where all your thoughts are now focusing in a positive way. And if your target is there, you're going to find new answers to that target. And then all of this comes together to kind of round it out for you is our emotional state. So if you think about it, the word emotion stems from energy in motion. It's where the basis of that came from. So we're all energetic beings. We're all spiritual beings, the whole 9 yards. Your emotion that you're feeling, depressed, low, anxious, or joyful, loving, powerful, whatever word it is for you, will show you what actions you can take. Changing your physiology, changing your focus point, changes your emotion to where you can then get the results you're looking for on a quicker, faster aspect.
Now, also, you've been doing this technically for how long, and where were you trained? Or do you mind just sharing that part of it?
Of course, yeah. So you mentioned the therapeutic mentor stuff earlier. I've been a therapeutic mentor for 5 years now. After I got trained in the psych degree, I got a psych degree from Bridgewater State University up here in Massachusetts, and then got into the psych field where I started to learn therapy. And it was about 2 years into that where I stepped into the life coaching field. I got trained by Tony Robbins and his team of therapists, which really started to open up my mind to be like, all right, you can help people in this grander way. And then I started taking that to these families, these inner city kids. And that's what got my business up and running, where now it's across the country and everything and phenomenal. But I was trained by Tony, and that really was the launch pad for me. And then I took that training and tried to learn everything I could after that, where Tony's going to teach you the skills and strategies. I have those in my bag now. It's phenomenal. You got the tools. I didn't want to stop there. So after Tony, I stepped out and I went to learn the spiritual route because people need that just as much as they need tools for the mindset. Everyone's different. If I can learn all these areas, I can help people in whatever way they're looking for. And then I learned the fitness route, the nutrition route. At the end of the day, they all intertwine together to help us create the life we're looking to live, a healthy, joyful, powerful, empowered life, I should say. So through the training aspects, it was just a launch board in all those different ways.
Got it. Great. Well, thank you for sharing. Now, also in your notes today, you brought up a little bit about changing the emotional state we're in. Can you guide us through that and how that can help us? And
Yeah,
how do we even get there and do that?
right. Exactly. So to kind of real basic for people, if you can figure out what emotion you're feeling, working in the therapy field, you come across a lot of people that suffer from anger, suffer from anxiety, suffer from depression. And so that tends to bring them to therapy because it's pulling them down. And if I could show people right now, there's a list you can look up online. There's a list of predominantly there's 22 emotions that we feel, 1 through 22. And it's a level system. 22 is the lowest one you can get. That's fear, that's depression, that's powerless, that's grief, all these lower levels that we all experience in some regards in our life. So it's not bad if people feel them. You're meant to feel them because it teaches you a lesson. But to work your way up the ladder, number one is love, which is the basis of everyone and every single thing in this world. And then you have joy, then you have gratitude, all these great emotions that we want to feel. So if someone right now listening could, maybe you're struggling for something, maybe you're somewhere in the middle, whatever it is, but you pick your emotion you're feeling and you want to build on that, to go up the ladder of these emotions, to go up the ladder of success for that matter on a personal level. Ask yourself, how can I feel joy right now? And that's probably the key for people. Every single thought that you have is a question. And so if
Yeah.
you ask a better question, you get a better answer. If your thoughts are running you and keeping you through on a depressed level, how can I feel happy right now? How can I feel joy? What can I do right now to help me feel something better? Guaranteed, with how beautiful the mind is, it will give you your answer. And that helps you climb out the ladder into a greater emotional state, and you feel good about yourself because you did it. That's the beauty of it. We all have so much personal power.
Got it. And you're so positive, uplifting, upbeat, clearly, which is important. And are you always upbeat and positive, or do you struggle with things as well? I mean,
Yeah.
as a coach, do you also get help with other, being coached from other life coaches in a sense?
I definitely have my low moments. I think I've created a routine where they don't stop me as much as they did in the past. I've been through my share, and that's not to say it's not done. I've been through my share of extremely low moments, but my blessing and all that was I learned the actions I took to get there, and I
Yeah.
learned what they taught me. Because every single thing that we go through is a lesson. And if you
Yep.
learn the lesson, you pass the test and you move on in life. And for me, going through my struggles and my pain and everything that brought me to who I am today, I can see the strength in all of it, which takes all that pain away. I can see the joy in all of it. So do I have low moments now? My routine keeps me in a very positive area. I wake up, my routine, so anyone listening to this right now, if your daily routine is building you up, you know you're going to success. So for me, my daily routine starts, I wake up about 4:30 in the morning. My alarm goes off the first thing.
Oh, I'm saying God bless. Look, that early bird does truly catch the worm.
Oh,
I think it's
100%.
very, if it's a proven study that those that wake up
Yeah,
early are more successful.
it's
I tell
true.
my kids that.
Yeah, no, it's 100% true. You think we all have 24 hours in a day. Why am I going to sleep through the majority of them?
Yeah.
Right? If I wake up, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger said this, which I love because I love bodybuilding. But he goes, all right, if I sleep 6 hours a day, and when he was training back in the day when he was Mr. Olympia, I was like, wait, 6 hours? Because we're told by society that you need 8 hours of sleep. Who said who made that up? Right? So if you get 6 hours of sleep, you have two more to build yourself, to build your life, to build the life you want to live. So the early bird gets the worm 100%. So I'm up at 4:30. The second that alarm goes off, I personally, I say a quick prayer and I thank God for the day. Because
Yeah.
if I start my day in gratitude, that means something great's in store for that day. And then
Mhm.
I do what I got to do, brush my teeth, the whole 9 yards. I'm out the door within 20 minutes. I'm at the gym. And I think that's why I stay so positive, because I'm at the gym from about 5:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. and I'm just going. And I love it. The intensity is there, the joy, the positivity is spreading for sure.
Yeah.
But it wires me. My feet hit the floor. I'm wired to where I love this. I start my day in such a powerful way. And then I see all my clients. And me, you probably hear in my voice, people listening, I love helping people. It's what the meaning of who I am. So if I'm going from the gym and that positivity to then helping all these people, oh, there's no time for the
Your
negativity. 'Cause
energy is
I'm just
always in emotion, clearly.
right. I love it. But no, I definitely hit my walls. I hit the exhaustion point where I listen to my body, I listen to my mind, my soul for that matter. And if it's telling like, hey, take a break and let the things come. I don't beat myself. I don't feel guilty if I put the computer, if I've put the phone down. I don't feel guilty if I can't go do X, Y, and Z, because that's not going to help me if I feel guilty. But if
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, give yourself time. You earned it. That's the beauty. We all put so much work in. Know that you earn a break. And if you feel that if you can truly give yourself time to watch that show, watch that movie, go have time with the friends, go grab a drink with someone and just enjoy yourself. That's the point of life. You can't miss out on life because you're so busy gung ho about everything.
Hmm.
Enjoy your moments. And I think that's what keeps me in that positive energy. I'm just trying to enjoy every moment that I can. And I
Oh,
love it.
clearly. What else did you want to share today with your listeners and viewers here?
Yeah, no, of course. I'll bring something up that popped up in my sessions today with clients. And like I mentioned, that first one, we worked on the I am statements, but to give people something to really think on after this message, something that was recurring today was knowing who you are. And confidence is such a key factor in the world today where COVID and all these incredible, I'm going to say terrible things, but the incredible things that they're happening is crazy. There's so much being put out right now that is pulling us down. And it's
Yeah.
sad. It stinks. But that affects people's self-esteem. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to take time for yourself. As I just said, you earn it, but you have to take time for yourself and find out who you are. Whether that's a goal for yourself, whether you're trying to pursue something for yourself, grab a piece of paper, write down who is, and then your name, and then list it out. Whether that's I am statements or whatever, find out who you are, spend time with yourself and figure that out. And with my clients today, they're pursuing different things, but it intertwined a session so perfectly for both. If you like, confidence is such a thing right now where it's dwindling. But to be
Mm-hmm.
able to walk in who you are and who you're meant to be by really taking time for yourself and realize what skills, what strengths, the joy that you are to everyone around you, and to feel that and to
Yeah.
walk that out at that point, oh my goodness, you're going to radiate positivity and your life changes in a matter of a moment. But
Yeah.
that's popping up in sessions more and more where people need to question who they are. And I love directing them in that for sure. But for people listening, take the time for yourself. It doesn't a half hour, whatever it is, write down and really see who you are. Who are you meant to be?
Yeah.
And see what you bring to the table. And it's game changing.
Gosh, it really is. And by the way, I gotta ask, your logo, is it
Yeah.
a ring and a bow and a infinite?
No.
What does that all
Yeah.
mean? Tell
I'll
me.
explain it. It starts with the diamond,
Oh,
right? So I got the giant diamond right now where I believe wholeheartedly every single one of us is a diamond. And every single thing that we go through that may push you down or whatever is just smudging, it's really cleaning the diamond, getting the dust off. So never
mm-hmm.
question what you're going through because it's meant to refine you.
Got
Then you
it.
got the infinity symbol, because we're all always evolving. We're all unfolding into something greater, and that's a never-ending process. And then you got the purple flame. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a spiritual guy, a faithful guy. Purple and the fire always stuck out to me, and the deeper meaning behind that is when I was really studying the scriptures and really learning that stuff in the Bible. You know, when the Holy Spirit comes down, it blesses the disciples with a flaming crown upon their head. And so I sat there, and then I really learned that purple is the color of wisdom. Purple is the color of the robe and everything like that in the Bible and whatnot. I'm sitting there as like the purple flame. I believe that they had a purple flame because of God and everything like
Yeah.
that. So I formed it all together into this symbol, and it catches people's eye. So I'm glad it caught your eye. I love
It
explaining
did.
it
It did.
because
I was like,
yeah.
oh, it looks like an engagement ring. I get it. I get it.
Engagement, right? Yeah, we're
um,
engaging with yourself for that
it
matter to
is.
better yourself.
It's true. And that is very true, because we do need to engage with ourselves first
Yeah.
before we can engage with another. Got to be your best self. And that's what you're here working on, Billy. And for those listeners currently, just remind us how we can get in touch with you if you don't mind.
Of course. Yep. So always website, BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can get in contact with that. There's social media at Billy Giannouloudis for Instagram. You can find me on YouTube once a week with Billy G. I got 5 years straight of videos for everyone there, just to help you throughout your day. But you find me on Facebook, the whole 9 yards. So contact me and I'm going to be right there for you. Always in your corner.
Awesome. Good to know. And what type of programs do you recommend? Do you want to talk a little about how it works with your clients? And, you know, how long does it take? Is there a normal, do you prefer 3 months, 6 months? How does it work to start?
Of course. Yeah. So I love signing people on for 3 months. I love working with people for those 12 weeks where every single week we're meeting. If you're near me, we meet in person if they're up for it. I know COVID's a thing. If you're far out, we meet on Zoom once a week. You get it's usually about hour and a half sessions, depending on what someone needs. And we're honed in on your goal for that hour right there. But the beauty of after that is, I know not too many coaches do this. I love doing it, is the text and the call support after that session, where as long as I'm not working with someone else, I'm not sleeping, I am there for you. Where if we meet on a Wednesday morning and we create so much growth, you're moving, you get that positivity, and then all of a sudden Sunday morning something happens and it knocks you down. You got Billy in your corner. Billy will be there for you. Text me, I'll hop on that call with you. I'll text you, respond to you, and create that perspective shift to keep you moving forward until our next session. That's going to keep the growth happen. And then over those 3 months, we build you up. And I know life change happens in a moment, but to have me there with you working, we make it a consistent aspect where at the end of those 3 months, you know, my goal is you don't need me anymore.
Yeah.
My goal is you're good to go. And that's the beauty of my packages, because growth is there one way or the other, and we're going to make it happen.
Beautiful. And for people today who are listening, what else did you want to share about the importance of what you do, why you're so unique? Why Billy G Life Coaching?
Yeah.
Clearly, you're a great guy, and I can see the success and all. And I urge people to check out your website for testimonials as well. But what else do you want to share with you that kind of makes you different and unique with your programs?
Yeah. I love every single area that I've learned. I think there's a lot of coaches out there who phenomenally learn one craft, one area, and they can help people with that. My goal in starting everything, I think it probably stemmed from being trained by Tony and everything, but all my dream was to help people. But because it was, I guess you could call it generalized, oh, help people. How are you going to help people? I wanted to learn so many areas because if you think about it, the mind, the body, and the soul intertwine
Yeah.
so much together. No matter what someone's goal is, the other two factors come into play. With Billy G Life Coaching, we're going to help you, one, with what your specific goal is. With everything that we dive into in those sessions, you're going to see the other areas start to grow. Because it's
Yeah.
not just one area of your life. We're building and elevating
You're
every single
like,
area of your life.
uh-huh. Wow. And could you share a little bit insight, maybe about another a story or two of a client that you're working with or have worked with,
Mhm.
and the types of things that you've helped them overcome?
Of
Seeing
course.
is believing, they say, Billy.
Of course. I'll say this one real quick. It's a quick one, but I know, like I said before, a lot of people are suffering from anxiety. A lot of people are suffering from those nerves and that stress on a
Mm-hmm.
daily basis, right? One of
Yeah.
my clients, I'll give him a shout out. His name's Tyler. And he came to me, he goes, Bill, how can you just teach me how to maintain my anxiety? It's really getting me. I stopped the conversation, go, Tyler, you just want to maintain it. What if we got rid of it completely? And he stops. He goes, that's possible? I was like, of course that's possible, Tyler. So he signed on. We started working together for 3 months areas. And it was incredible. We dove deep into the mind, everything. We helped him really kind of grow himself. And then I think it was about 2 months in, he shoots me a text message just a couple of days after our session. He didn't need my support. He goes, hey, man, I just got to let you know. 3 things happened this morning that would have sent me through the roof, and not one of them did. I'm not going to swear, but he goes, your S really works. And it's just, I started dying laughing because it's like, it just shows I love helping people, and to see someone grow. Oh my goodness. That's the joy for me. I love it so much.
Great. So also, health, wellness, you're here to do it all. Speaking as well. We
Mhm.
can reach out to you for motivational speaking. And at this time, I would also want to mention on Sundays, what is this? Once a week with Billy. What is this? Is this your TV show, a podcast? What do you
Uh,
have going on Sundays? How come I didn't
Essentially, I
know
mean, you
about
can
it?
call it a TV show if you want to. I've been doing YouTube for,
Yay.
right? So I started YouTube once a week with Billy G back on January 29th, 2017. Every single Sunday from that day, there has been another video posted of me speaking and creating a positive message for people. The
Great.
consistency is there for people. They see it. Truthfully, I looked at it as practice for me, where I'm in front of, in my eyes, yes, it's a camera, but in my eyes, I'm in front of the audience.
Got it.
And that brought so much in. But every single Sunday, you can find me on YouTube with a new message to help you through your week.
Okay.
And I love how it's incredible what people get out of it.
And what's your YouTube channel? And tell us how we can reach out to you, because
Yeah.
unfortunately we gotta go.
Right? Incredible conversation. But
Happened so quick.
yeah, YouTube once a week with Billy G. I'll pop right up. You'll see all the videos. You can contact me, BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can find me on Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis. You can find me on Facebook, and I'm gonna be right there for you.
Perfect. Thank you again, Billy G. Have a great day, and looking forward to the next time we speak. And
Yeah.
thank you to everyone with us today. Please don't go anywhere.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.